with you, I wake up at 6 a.m. That is for a good reason, because we are going to collect a car today. This car has belonged to a friend of mine since 2011, and I've always kind of wanted to try this car out for a while. Not just a drive, but own it for a couple months. It's not exactly a classic, it's not exactly an overly interesting car, but it's kind of quirky. It's a car from the 90s, I can tell you that. It's a relatively compact car, and it shares something that I consider important with another of the cars I own. I'm not driving the Rover down the place where the car is, which is Lisbon, because I would have to go there and back with the car, and it's expensive and there's no need for that. We're going on the train. But unfortunately, we don't have any trains here in Viseu. We used to have them, but many years ago. So anyone who wants to hop on the train and go to Lisbon or Porto needs to drive to Nelas or to Mangualde, and it's 25 minutes, 30 minutes. There is no other way. It's not exactly ideal, but as long as we get there, I'm gonna park this car and we'll pick it when we arrive late at night. I guess you can see that the sun is now rising. It's not 6 a.m. anymore, it's a bit later, but it's still quite early for what I'm used to. Alright, since I've already given you an introduction, let's crack on and try not to be late, because I don't think the train is gonna wait for us. Here we are. The train doesn't arrive yet. We have 5 more minutes or 10. This is pretty empty. I mean, it's really early, but not a lot of people use this station. Anyway, we shall wait. Bye, Rover. So, we're out of the train and my new car should be here at any moment now. Or maybe it just broke down. I wouldn't be too surprised. It's Italian. Right, we already went for a test drive, but really there was no need for it, because unless the engine was about to die, it would always be a good deal. So we already signed the papers. I have a lot of bills for service here, and we should be going, because we have 300 kilometers now back home. We're already 25 kilometers into our journey back home. I didn't stop recording immediately because getting out of Lisbon is a bit of a mess. Well, today it isn't too bad actually, because it's Saturday, but I was expecting it to be worse, so I didn't even try recording. Now we are on the A1. We're trying to avoid some lower speed limits like 50 and 70 on the national roads by doing this first leg for our journey on the A1. I won't tell you immediately what car we're going back in. What I can tell you is that we are currently doing 100 kilometers an hour, and we are doing 3,300 revs. 120 kilometers an hour is 4,000 revs. Look, an Impreza. Nice. So this gets a bit noisy. I'm gonna shut the sunroof completely. Not a lot of success. Okay, now it's shut. It's decent at 100. It's not the most silent car in the world, but it's decent. If I do 120, it gets a bit growly, doesn't it? And there's quite a bit of wind noise too. But it's okay. First impressions, it goes well enough. It's not amazing, but it goes well enough. It's relatively safe and easy enough to drive, easy enough to get used to. I mean, the clutch bite, for example, is very easy. the steering is light enough, but not too light here on the motorway, so I think it's a good balance at first sight. And yeah, I'm enjoying this. I can also tell you that this is a 24-year-old car, and it's going for 230,000 kilometers. Yeah, so it's not exactly brand new. But as far as the engine and braking and even suspension in a way, as far as those things go, it's pretty decent actually. The worst thing about this car is the paint. It doesn't look too bad if you don't look too close, but there isn't a single panel that doesn't have some kind of clear coat peel or scratches or something like that. It doesn't look bad, but to be perfect it would have to be a full paint job. On the inside it's okay, there are 2 or 3 niggles that I can show you later, but you don't have things breaking, not many at least. And yeah, it's decent for its age and mileage. So let's see how it goes, and if I can confirm these first impressions, I'll see you when we get out of the motorway, and maybe at that point I'm finally going to show you what we are sitting in. 60 kilometers after we started, we're out of the motorway. It actually only cost €2.40, I think that was it. I was expecting a lot more, because tolls are usually expensive in Portugal. This is not a great car to ride on with the windows open, as you can see. Okay, you can see much. Yeah, that did some greasing. Another thing that I already knew about, and it was really noticeable in the motorway. I think we have a problem with the CV joint. I've known this car for a while, for a couple of years, and I've actually driven it for a short distance 5 years ago. And this noise was already here, just not as bad. Now it does the same even when you are going straight. And I think it gets worse when you turn to your right. Yes. That should indicate that it's the left one, but I have to take a look at that. It's really annoying. I'm not sure if it's just the CV joint or the whole transmission. I'll have to see. Temperature is okay, it's around 80 degrees. It didn't really go up from the 80 degrees it should be working at. Yeah, it's all going fine. Oh, yeah, the car has been standing for a while, and since plugging the battery back on, there is no radio. So we are doomed to drive back home without any music. It's gonna be a bit boring, this bit of the road, but it's the fastest way, besides the motorway. So, see you in a minute. Behold, it's the great Alfa 146. As you can see, the car doesn't look too bad, but yeah, there are a couple dings. Clear coat is gone here, but I mean, it's pretty tidy. This has been a small hit. It actually needed a new headlamp, and this has never been painted, but it has primer, so it's not gonna rust. Let me show you the interior very quickly. As you can see, the light is going away. This one is air conditioning, but it isn't working. Yeah, I don't think there is any gas on it. And it has leather seats, which are not perfect, as you can see. But yeah, leather seats nonetheless. As I have already told you, it has 230,000 kilometers. But it's actually working well. I have already noticed some Italian quality signs. This has already been me. A little more of a push here and I broke this. If you see here, this doesn't really feel very solid. And the passenger door wants to lock all the time unless you finally lock it yourself. I can do it now because the door is open, I think. Yeah, a couple gremlins and I'm sure I'm gonna find many more. I'll show you things with greater detail in a future video, but now we really have to go. And we will be arriving at 11 something in the evening. We still have 2 hours to get home, so see ya. This is gonna fall in a minute. I mean, you can see it, it's not showing, but never mind. You know I'm talking about the sun visor. Yeah, I can't really open this window. I wanted to show you the noise. Let me open this. Yes. Nice. Let's go. The roads are not that good, and this car has quite a lot of rattles. But it also has this rumble. There you go. The parcel shelf is really terrible, as you probably can hear. This doesn't seem like a quick car by any means, but the fact that gears are kind of short and there is some low down shove, it means that it actually goes well around town. There is always something available when you hit the throttle. Alright, go down. The rest of our travel home will be pretty much this, so I don't think it makes sense to record a lot more. Even the sun visor came down. Such power. And blimey, is this a Tata Indica? Wow, yes it is. From 2006 it seems. That exhaust is almost falling off. This thing seems to go very well around corners. I'm not sure that limits are any better than in the Rover 400, but it seems to lean less when you throw it into corners. It's a bit more entertaining just because of that. And braking, I mean, braking is quite good. The pedal feels better, feels more reactive, and I think power is a little better too. I am really tired, but we made it. We are home. It's now 11:30. It was in total 4 hours driving here. And from Leiria to Coimbra, it was kind of difficult because the road surface is really worn out. You can tell that a lot of trucks go down that route in order to avoid all the tolls, which are expensive, as I said earlier. Let me change to the back camera, maybe. I'll have to stop this. During that bit of the road, all the noise from all the trim on the interior, it was really noticeable. It's a thing that lets the car down. It makes, I mean, it's actually a solid car in many ways, but this interior is letting it down. It's the parcel shelf, which is horrible, and then the glove box, I think, yeah, you won't be able to see much, and this plastic here, all things that should be easily fixed, and they will make a big difference. 300 kilometers on the trip, and we still have some petrol. The light just came on, temperature is alright, and it's all good, really. Now I think I'm just go directly to bed. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video. Bye!